Hi there, it's Angie from Twin Flames Universe, and I'm here today with your weekly Oracle card reading. I'm so happy that you could join me. Okay, so we'll get right to it. I have already shuffled and pre-selected the cards to save some time. So the decks that we're using this week are Whispers of Love, Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. And The Power of Surrender cards by Judith Orloff. Okay, so the first card is Slow Down. See if that's going to focus. Might just be my eyes. When you're excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. I think we've all been guilty of this, absolutely, of getting way ahead of ourselves, getting anxious and worried and feeling, and then we go into that feeling of control. We need to control the situation. We're not in that state of surrender. And when we're in that state of surrender, that is when miracles happen. That's when we let God lead. Excitement is just, it is actually, you're leaking your energy. You're leaking your joy. You're actually really scared when you get overly excited and anxious and, you know, I need to control this. But yeah, so just slow down. Just take a breather. You've done your spiritual work. Allow things to unfold in divine order. Divine order is very important. You know, faith, trust, very important. And this card is asking for you to just have like that patience, just have that faith, knowing that things are unfolding perfectly. Okay, so the next card is Fresh Approach. Okay, so this is really good tie-in with the first card. Is just saying that, you know, try taking a new approach at things. Try taking making a different choice. You know, I'm going to choose love. And it always comes down to I'm going to choose love. I'm going to choose peace. I'm not going to get myself all worked up and frantic. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try surrendering for once and see what happens. And yeah, so it's just that, you know, you're getting scared and anxious and, you know, and everything's telling you just slow down, take a deep breath, relax. This can be your fresh approach. This can be something that you've never tried before. I know I can speak from personal experience. What led me into joining Twin Flame Ascension School, and you know, and you know, in Twin Flames Universe, and the courses and everything that's involved, all the resources, was because I was like this, crazy, going nuts, whatever, a lot of patterns, and I took a fresh approach. I made the choice that I was going to do things in alignment with love and for my union, because what I was doing before was not working, and it never would have worked. You know, my twin flame and I would have just continued to keep going in cycles and really not moving forward. So this is calling for that fresh approach. You know, do what you haven't done before, because what's happening before, if you're getting into that you know, ego mind, it's not working. So, you know, try love. Okay, so, and the next card is Surrender to Silence. Yes. In quiet meditation and contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Okay, so what this card is telling me is just to relax and just go into your heart space and just release all of these feelings that are calling for you to slow down, and just choose peace. Just choose love. Just allow the silence, and just to connect with God. And in that silence, we receive our divine guidance. And this is what we're to follow. That divine guidance. Letting God lead. Just surrender to silence. Surrender to the stillness. And just let God speak to you. So that is what this card is calling for. You know, we feel like we're not doing like anything right or anything like that, and we're getting all in our head. We're making a fool of ourselves and our twin flames and all this other stuff, when really, you know what? Just surrender to the silence. And in that silence is the surrender. And just allow things just to naturally progress, like mentioned in this card. Yeah, and this is likely very new to us, just to be still, not all up in our heads, because it's not serving us. It's never going to serve us. And just surrender to that silence and that peace, and that communication with God. Okay, so I have a bonus card for you this week. You know, it is Christmas week, and Christmas, of course, is celebrating the birth of Jesus. So I pulled a card from the Loving Words of Jesus deck by Doreen Virtue. I love this deck. You know, it's perfect if, you know, to pull a card in the morning for your daily guidance and just a reminder of how loved you are by God. And I pulled the perfect card. It's a reminder for all of us. Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your mind. That's Mark 12:30. Yes. Simple statement. We put God first, always. And we just love God. Love God with all of our heart, with all that we are. And in that love, we trust Him and we surrender to Him. And we know that He loves us so much, immeasurably. You can't even conceive of God's love for you. And when we love ourselves, we're loving God. We're loving God in our brothers and sisters, and in everything, and just appreciation and gratitude of all that God has given us. And we just love Him, and we just rejoice Him. So just love God. That's all He asks for. God does not need anything. The only thing that God does not have, that He cannot just own, is your love. That must be given freely by you in making that choice to love. So that is a perfect guidance. And it's, you know what, it blends perfectly into this reading, you know. So I'm going to recap it, how beautifully this flows. This is, yeah, slow down, take a deep breath, relax, and just surrender, and just trust that things are moving, things are progressing. And it's, you know, it's going to get so much better. You know, when we get into this, we stagnate ourselves. We delay any sort of results of our spiritual work when we get all all up in our heads and all crazy like that, you know. And this is where we start taking ego actions. And of course, you know, our twin flame is going to mirror that to us, and it's going to put us right back in our place. So yeah, so just slow down and just let things unfold. You know, there's no rush. You know, your twin flame union is an eternal union. Your harmonious twin flame union is guaranteed by God, you know, because He just loves you that much. And so there's no reason to get all worked up or whatever's going on in the external. Remember, it was like most of it's all illusions. Just remember the love. So yeah. So this is a fresh approach, I'm sure, to many, of just like that surrender and not getting all freaky. And yeah, so try that. Try love. Just choose love, okay? Choose surrender. See what happens. And, you know, of course, you know, Twin Flames Universe has many resources. So, you know, if you're not a member of our forum yet, or a member of the school or anything, that might be the fresh approach that this card reading is asking for. You know, to call in your support system, you know, because you're not meant to do this alone. Of course, you're doing this with God, but remember that God moves through others to help you. And this journey is so much easier when you have that support system. So, yeah, that's definitely something to consider. And surrender to silence. You know, just surrender to that peace. Surrender to that knowing that everything's okay. Everything is taken care of. And, you know, if you need confirmation or ever, just in meditation, just, you know, reach out to God and let Him communicate that to you. The answers come in silence. Answers don't come when you're all uppity and everything and crazy. So, you know, we've all been there. We've all done it. You know, absolutely no judgment. Trust me, no judgment. So, yeah. So surrender that silence and let your next steps be revealed. And in that silence and in all of this, the fresh approach, everything, just, you know, just love God. Just put God first. Remember, God always comes first. Then you, then your twin flame, and then everybody else. You know, so often we put other people ahead of God, thinking, you know, that somehow, you know, they're more important even than us. You know, we do this with our kids, you know, we do this with, you know, jobs and everything else, but remember, nothing comes before God. And anything, you know, that you find, you're going to have to make a new choice, and putting God first, always. And always, you know, what He says, not what other people say, what God says comes, you know, is what we listen to. The other, we don't listen to the voice of contrast, you know, we listen to our heart. That is, you know, and this is, you know, when we surrender to that silence and we drop into our heart space, that's when the truth is revealed and what we truly desire. And when what we truly desire is revealed, we make those new choices. Yeah. So always letting God lead, loving God above all else. And when we put these people ahead of God, I mean, we're making them God. They have absolutely no power in our life. You know, God is the only one that we need validation from, that we need any sort of confirmation from, or, you know, anything to do with our journeys at all. You know, we can do the mirror exercise and what other people say, or even like what our twin flame says, because remember, your twin flame's only mirroring what's already like within you. You know, fears and upsets that are already within you. So you just need to do the mirror exercise and clear that up. So, yeah, but just love God and just follow God's guidance always and put God first. Okay. So there we go. So, all right. That is the reading for another week. So please join me next Sunday for the next reading. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And I'm going to link all those resources that, you know, I talked about in today's reading. They're all going to be linked down in the description. And of course, please come and join us on Facebook in our group, twinflamesuniverse.com open forum. And we'd love to meet you, and we'd love to assist you, and we'd love to be your support system. You know, I speak like, not only as, you know, a twin flame coach, but also as someone that, you know, made that new choice and took a fresh approach and came to the school and to Jeff and Shalia's work. And it's the best decision I ever made. Okay, so I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and lots of love. Okay, so we'll see you next week. Take care and have a great day.